What up, friends? How are you doing? So, I titled this Hey 2, like number 2, because of my internet is fucking sucks, okay? All right, so what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted um was I watch TikTok a lot, right? And people talk about their stories and whatnot, right? And people have such a big ass forehead. Look at that. I haven't washed my face. I actually have to do I have a new regimen for the face. Okay. So, anyways, so people talk about their problems and whatnot, right? And I remember this one problem I had this one time in my life, okay? And it was this one time when I had insomnia, okay? I used to work at FedEx, okay? And they, 3 o'clock in the morning was my time to clock in, okay? I worked there for like 2 years, I think. I was actually, fun fact, was going to go back there and apply to work there when I became mobile again because it's far. Not the one here in the hood. I don't want to run into anybody. I had enough of that at my old job. So I wanted a far job, okay? And that one's like over there by Space Center. Sorry, I have a situation going on right now. Space Center Drive. I can't talk. I'm getting stuff done, okay? So, anyways, so Space Center Drive. I'm sorry, my mouth is messed up right now. I'm getting things done, okay? So, it's far. It's like way over there, and so I was looking for somewhere not in the hood because we all know how that worked out for me. People were coming to my work, okay, and harassing me. Well, well, so that's when I had told my cousin, I was like, I'm gonna go apply over there. Do you still know the managers? Because I used to work with her over there. And she was like, "Oh, that's how I found out about that other job. Remember when I was live and there, or my current job?" And she's like, "Hey, I heard," because they all know each other over there. So she's like, "Go apply, whatever. They need somebody like now." So that's how I was lucky enough to get a job. Where the fuck was I going with this story? Oh yeah, people, people on the TikTok. Okay, so um, this one problem I had when I was working there, the reason was because I used to start like at 3 o'clock in the morning, like a ridiculous fucking time. 2 o'clock in the morning sort time, like it was like fucking early. Okay, I worked in the warehouse. I didn't work inside in the office. I worked in the actual warehouse. Okay, well, I was so stressed at that point in my life that I had insomnia. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't. Like, I'm sorry, I have a list. um, I've always, my whole life, have always wanted to get veneers. Okay, but because my teeth are jacked, right? But I was told not to get veneers. I've been wanting veneers for like 15 fucking years. But in order to set an example for people who aren't perfect, this is off subject of what I was going to say. People people are beautiful in their own way. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have like everything perfect. People have imperfections. But that doesn't mean you're ugly or anything like that. So for that reason, I was going to just fix my teeth and like just not get veneers. So I might, if I'm not going to get veneers, I'm at least going to at least try to straighten them out, because I do a lot of I have like it's kind of not like a like, I don't know how to say it, but like when I'm nervous, I think when I sleep, I might grind my teeth too. I don't know, but that's why they're all fucked up. Anyway, I've always had bad teeth, always. They've always moved around. So, anyway, so I've always wanted to get veneers, but since I'm going through this awakening, right, and this spiritual journey, like I said, I was advised not to do it, just so that people who, like I said, because everybody is different in their own way, beautiful in their own way. You don't have to have everything completely perfect. And, I've had them this long, so why change them, right? So I'm just going to fix them, try to at least straighten them out just a little bit. Maybe close the gaps. I don't know. But anyway, so that's why I can't talk right now. Anyway, so, and I feel weird. So anyways, so I had insomnia, and I remember that was like the worst like feeling ever. Not being able to sleep was the worst. Like, it was an ugly feeling. And I understand people suffer from that. People suffer from that. Like, how many S's am I gonna say, damn it? I understand like many people suffer from it, and all their life, like they never find a cure, you know what I mean? So 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 I remember I only suffered I only had to deal with that. I'm sorry. I only had to deal with that for a couple months, but but I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember just not being able to go to sleep, like, at all. That's like an ugly feeling because your mind is just constantly going and going and going. The only thing I was able to do for me to sleep was it was a sleeping pill. I got a big old one at Sam's. And it was I got a big bottle because I was suffering for it for a long time. But it was sleep. Like, I would sleep, but I would wake up like if I, when you go to sleep, like, when you can't sleep, but you sleep. I'm trying to talk code here. And you kind of get some sleep, but you wake up and you still feel tired. That's how it feels. It's that kind of sleep. It's like it's not real sleep. So I just remember that was like the worst thing. But I only suffered like that back then, but I haven't had any sleep issues. Earlier this year when I was going through a lot of drama, I did have trouble sleeping, but now I have like the best sleep ever. Actually, if I could sleep more, I would. If I could, I would, but I can't. Right now I just don't have time for, much sleep, but it's okay. I'll get it later. But I was just thinking, and honestly, like, counting really does work. It really does. Um, Usually I say my prayers and I close my eyes, and if you breathe slowly, like while you're praying and stuff, or you can sing a song if you don't pray, or you can count. Just close your eyes and like focus, right? And just breathe, like, and I promise you, you won't finish your prayer if you're praying, because you're like, it's kind of like meditation, kind of, but you knock yourself out. And I usually can't finish that prayer. I have other prayers before that. Trust me, I pray all day. um, and I give thanks all day. But that last one that I do, when I just close my eyes and I just like, and it's like Like, I don't even make it through the whole prayer. It's Our Father prayer. I don't make it through the whole time. I just like knock out like like that. But also I don't have as much oh, got a message, I gotta run. But yeah, but that's like the worst feeling, and that's the worst condition like I wouldn't want to have, is insomnia, because there's really no cure for it. Like, if you're stressed out, what are you supposed to do? First thing to do, don't stress out. Don't think about your problems. When you're not able to do anything physically, like if you need money and you're off of work, or you need a job, or like if you're working and you're like, oh, I can't wait till payday because I got to pay my bills or whatever, don't think about it, because you're wasting that thought and energy worrying, and worrying isn't going to get you anywhere. If you don't think about it and just go to work, ask for more hours, or get a second job or whatever. But that worry is what is like wasted energy. So it's kind of useless. Like, I really had to stop, because I was always in my head like all day about stuff that I had no control of. You know what I mean? I already was employed. I just wasn't making, I mean, I was making, it kept the lights on. But, you know, I wasn't stressing about it because I knew my situation was going to improve, because I had patience. I was praying and I was applying, you know, you got to apply yourself, Smokey. Like, from Friday. Just think about that in your head. When you got to get something done, be like, you got to be applying yourself, Smokey. But anyways, like, that's the worst feeling. And I really do feel for people who have trouble sleeping. And a lot of people have guilty consciences too. Okay, let me just throw that out there. Okay. Maybe because of things they've done in their past or whatever. Look, all I can say is, if you have a guilty conscience for something, you need to stop thinking about it. You really do. Because you're no help to yourself without any sleep. And you have to rest in order for you to function. Without sleep, you can't function. You need sleep. After just 24 hours of lack of sleep, bless you, you can't think. You can't function. You can't even think correctly. You can't make correct decisions. You know? So that's the number one thing. Like, I was talking about Jazzy Life last time. How she would just stay up. I used to wait for my exes. And we were going to talk about this before I go to bed. Arguments. Like, if we were arguments, silent treatment. You know, I would, you know, I couldn't sleep because I wanted it taken care of, because I didn't like going to bed mad with anybody, you know? And I wanted it to be solved before we went to bed, you know? And so I would lose sleep, or waiting up for an ex to come home from the bar or whatever, you know, or the other girl's house. You know, and I'd be waiting there like a dumbass. But that was the worst thing I could do, because I was fucking delusional. Anyway, get your sleep. It was called Neosom, or it's like a blue pill from Sam's, and like I said, it's sleep. And I just used it until I could get my bearings right. Anyways, I'll let you go. Y'all need to get your sleep. I know I sleep like a baby. The time I do sleep, I sleep, okay? My little disco naps, which I have not had in a long time. I miss them. Anyways, I gotta go.
Can I do a TikTok?
I gotta see it. You gotta put a shirt on. I love y'all guys very much. Thank you for the support. Bye.
Why do you want to see?